Guys, it's Annabelle, and I'm going to be bringing you a new series of videos that are going to show you different types of breathing techniques and yoga poses and just sort of get your body moving and feel grounded during these crazy times. So today I wanted to show you a classic breathing technique because especially with yoga, breathing is super important. You want to be breathing with your poses. So you'll understand what that means later on when I start doing videos that show you how to do different poses. But I actually really wanted to just focus on breathing today because breathing is almost 50% of doing yoga is making sure that your breathing is in line with your poses. Also, this breathing technique can be used even when you're not doing yoga if you're feeling stressed or anxious or you feel like you're starting to get worked up and your chest is feeling tight. This breathing technique is going to help you relax and get that breathing out of your chest. So before we get started, I just wanted to say that I am by no means a certified yoga instructor. I'm actually pretty new to yoga, so I think that it would be fun for us to kind of figure these things out together and also just know that you don't have to be a yoga professional or a yoga expert to get into yoga. I am still learning every day. I'm very inflexible, so don't feel afraid of starting to do yoga because it's honestly so good for your mind and your body that especially during this crazy time of our lives, yoga I think can be super helpful for you guys. So don't feel intimidated because if I can do it, trust me, you can do it. So I think we'll get started and I will introduce the breathing technique that we're going to focus on today. Before we get started, I want you to find a comfortable position. So for me, being on my knees is actually more comfortable than sitting on my heels. So my knees are bent and I'm sitting on my heels. For me, that's actually the most comfortable position just because I have a lot of lower back pain, which hopefully you won't understand when you're older. So maybe if you start yoga young, then you can protect your back, which is ideal. So find whatever's comfortable for you. You can also sit crisscross applesauce. You could lay down. Literally, you can stand if that feels more comfortable. If you kind of feel like you want to be more engaged and stand, then that's fine too. So whatever is most comfortable. As I said, I'm sitting on my heels and my knees are bent. So that's for me the most comfortable position, but you can choose whatever you want. Okay. So once you get comfortable, I want you to put one hand on your belly. So I'm putting my right hand on my belly and one hand on your chest. So this is called diaphragmatic breathing, which is just a fancy way of saying belly breathing. So that's why we have one hand on our belly, because we're going to keep track of that muscle that's called the diaphragm, and it's going to move out and in as we breathe. So as I mentioned before, when you're stressed or anxious and getting really worked up, a lot of your breathing gets into your chest, and that can actually make you a little lightheaded. So what we're going to try to do is really focus on our bellies. So with your first inhale, you should feel your belly expanding towards your hand. So think about pushing your belly out as you breathe in, and then as you exhale, you'll feel your belly come back in. And your chest should feel really open and loose. So I'm going to do an open mouth exhale just so you can hear the breath. And then you can also do an open mouth exhale, or you can just breathe out of your nose, whatever feels more comfortable for you. Okay, so we're going to do an inhale and then an open mouth exhale. So let's try it. Okay, so maybe you felt like your belly was expanding and you could kind of feel your hand coming out as you inhaled, and then maybe you felt your hand coming back in as you exhaled. So I find that when you're starting out with this breathing, it's easier to do an open mouth exhale, which means we hear our breath, just so that you can be keeping track of how much you're inhaling and exhaling. So for yoga, you want to keep a pretty open mouth exhale so that you're really getting out all that energy. So let's try it again. So put your hand on your belly and do an inhale that then expands your belly. So you should feel your belly coming out. So let's try it again. We'll try 3 breaths again. Okay, I don't know about you, but I'm starting to feel more relaxed and I definitely feel more grounded. Great job with this breathing technique, guys. I know it might feel a little bit weird at first, but the more that you practice, I swear, the more natural that type of breathing comes to you. So, just to recap, we learned belly breathing today. So, it's also called diaphragmatic breathing if you want to sound fancy. But really, the goal of using this breathing technique is to ground yourself, relax, and get all that hyper stressed breathing out of the chest so that we feel like our oxygen is flowing through our body more efficiently. Thank you guys so much for watching this video about belly breathing. I want you guys to practice this breathing technique throughout the week so that you feel ready to go and prepared for our next video, which we will start talking about another real core component of yoga, which are the sun salutations. So go ahead and practice the belly breathing throughout the week. Use it as a tool to calm your nerves, calm your stress, ease your mind, and feel more grounded. And you will be all set to start learning sun salutations next week. So I hope you guys have a great week, and I hope you tune in next week. Bye!